Alright, looks like it's going there. Alright, we'll change the chat to live. Excellent connection. We'll head back to here. We'll just do this. We are live. Let's check that volume. Chat to live. Excellent connection. We'll head back to here. Alright, and we're good. I'm going to keep this up for a second here. No, I'll minimize it. Alright, so we were working on that grenade launcher. I think we finished it. We were working on the crossbow. Actually took some time last time. But there was a little bit of a distraction at the last at the beginning of last time. I do want to go over it. I do have 2 Unreal packages up, and I do want to just go over it. So just to show you guys a cool thing, pretty much. Open, should be landscape 2. So yeah, like I said, I had gotten it to work. So this is like realistic height data. So this is actually a highway coming in. This is like a mountain kind of like region. This is a highway that's going up here, and then these are smaller roads here. And this is actually a train track here, and you can actually kind of see where the things go. And you can see that there's still a road that goes over here. Oh, unless I click something. Okay. This is actually a river that comes in. That's why it's indented. The river comes down here. All right. If you wanted to see where this is the highway, as you can see, that's an off ramp. Where this is, let's see Google Maps. This is where that is. So this is the highway there, and this is that river there, and this is the train, and then that's that little road. But this is that big highway. It kind of gets a little blurry here because there's a lot of streets and stuff like that. If we go there, this is that lake that you see there, and this is the train and stuff. Right. This train here. Like I said, this is the road, and then that's the this is the river. So that's that lake over there. And see how the train comes along the side of the lake there? The train comes along the side of the lake, so the lake's right here. Right? So this is like real map height data, and then then what you do is you just color this in with like sand. And then you'd actually put the road there. That way you could actually do like kind of 1 for 1. And how I created this, it was a tool that was on sale. Terrain Magic is how you would do it. And it's not too bad with the tool that it went on sale. It was like only like 20 bucks when it goes on sale. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see it actually. Just look at Terrain Magic. There's a couple of other people who have things similar to Terrain Magic, and what it's using to pull in this is free map data. So I'm using Canada, but United States and the UK each have theirs. And then you'd scroll in here. I like to, for the Canada one, because you can't see what the hell is going on. The UK version and the United States version, I don't think they have this where it's like just blurs out the map. But Canada, it's pretty weird to see. So I just hide this layer, and then I can kind of see the map, right? And then what I did is there's different blocks here. So the one I have of this highway here, and this road here in the lake, is this here 1 meter. Distance 103. And what I do is I just click that. It's going to give me both the big box and the little box. And if I wanted to see 120, so the big box would be 10, and you can see that there's a red box here. You can also do the red box. What I would do is if I wanted the 20, I would just click this box, and everything else is hidden, and this 20 is there. And I'm looking for the DTM. The DSM has all the tree data. And the problem with the tree data is like, yeah, it'll see bumps all over your landscapes because it actually shows the heights where the trees would be, which could be useful. You could just take that area and kind of mark it and then flatten it and then put your forest there. And that way you know exactly where the forests are too. But this one here is just flat data, right? Then once you get that, you could just migrate it in. Using the tool, and it's pretty easy. You just throw in your light, whatever light source you have. I have just has sun, sky. You have your landscape. You make sure your landscape's editable. Like so, if I click on my landscape here, you just make sure that it's blueprint editable. Then just add the brush. You click the landscape to add the brush, and then you just place the actor geotiff. Right, geotiff actor that he gives you. Once you have that actor in there, which is up here, I see geotiff 3 because I was doing some fooling around with some stuff. You just hit import, and then you can import a TIFF file, and that's when you download a link from here. That's what it's going to give you as a geotiff file, and that imports the TIFF file. As you see, this gray and white height map data. That's what it should enter it in. You can kind of see here what it looks like. This is super low with the rivers and stuff. You see the lake kind of there and the train track. So it kind of imports this height map data, and it uses that height map data to create this massive landscape where you could have realistic world in there. As you can see, it is pretty heavy on performance though, so because this map is huge. I do want to just quickly show you guys, if I'm able to with the internet, when I say this is huge, the actual scale of this thing. So I'm just gonna hit play here because this is just a third person template. I'm gonna get my third person character. I'm gonna fall. Oh, I am chopping. But, as you can see, I am super tiny. If I wanted to run to that mountain, it would probably take me a good amount of time. I would probably say like a 10, 20 minutes real life time to get to that mountain. It's a lot farther than you think. Maybe not. Oh no, I still, yeah, maybe, yeah, I think it'd probably take me like 20 minutes to get there. But you get it, this is absolutely mountain. You can see that the mountain's not moving at all. Just the close landscape to me is moving. You know what I mean? It's kind of choppy right now. It wouldn't be choppy if I didn't have multiple versions of Unreal open and everything like that. Because I've tested it before. But yeah, I didn't even make it down the hill. I didn't even make it down the hill. It is absolutely massive because you are moving faster than normal human speed at 600 units, but yeah, it's a good base if you wanted to make a map off of a specific area that you actually like. All right, so we if you guys want me to show more on that, let me know, and I could do a video for that. But I did want to get you guys to see that I got that working. The problem I had last time is I didn't pull out that actor, the Geo TIFF actor. I had forgot it. That you needed it. Alright. So we are going to find home levels, and we're still doing that tutorial area, getting those weapons going. Yeah, see how I have all these pack files and stuff like that? That's one of the things I'm working on. I'm working on a nice clean base on my other file. Alright. So we had this rocket launcher working. Do we not have any blueprints up? Yeah, we're definitely working on the crossbow now. So find home. Two things we definitely need are the data tables for survival. We definitely need both of these. And we can see where we're at. I'm 90% sure we're working on that crossbow. Let's see here. Crossbow 2. Oh. Modern crossbow. We didn't even set it last time, eh? Crossbow animation pack, modern crossbow. Okay, yeah, because we had to make the crossbow because we just had a skeleton mesh, right? Is that right? Let's click here. Yeah, I think we just had a skeleton mesh. Oh, and we were making the animation blueprint? And that's where we kind of got, we just ran out of time. But there was no, like, changes that we really needed to make with the animation blueprint, if I remember correctly. Modern bow, usable item, and all that stuff, yeah. Okay. Launch bow, that shouldn't be right. Launch bolt. We have our own launch bolt. We did that, but we didn't input it in. This is items, this is ours. We didn't put it in. Hopefully we didn't put it in, like, yeah, I don't need to change any of these. Handles, usable, crossbow 2. So we're gonna go to our crossbow 2. Crossbow. Modern crossbow, light modern crossbow. Oh. We want to use our crossbow item. Our crossbow. Let's just click on this guy. I think we have the start socket already in. No. We wanted the start socket to be here, I believe. So we could use that other window now. Looks like we're gonna go into easy survival. We could do blueprints and data tables. We could use the item data table. We can go to that crossbow, their crossbow. We'll start finding some stuff. Crossbow 2. Open up usable. And go to crossbow here. Open this up. Yeah, and we'll copy this selected socket. I thought we definitely did have that in bone. These are here. This is the arrow bone. We definitely want it where the arrow bone is. So yeah, we're gonna need that that socket, the start socket. The rest is fine, I think, because it doesn't have any notifies and stuff that we were tracking in the animations or anything. We'll have to see. Just the start for when it's starting. You can click this, it should open up the blueprint. Asset browse. It's going to show us all the different assets here. This is idle shoot. We're going to open up this. It might open up a second one. Yeah, it did. There's no notifies that I could see. Aim shoot. Again, no notifies that I could see. So I think we're good there. And so we'll just do some saves here. We'll also save that skeleton now that we had the socket. Yeah, there's nothing special about this guy here. Anagraph is pretty basic. 2 usable items. Let's click down here. Oh, save this guy. And now that this is clicked down here, we're going to go to this here. And open them up. Just gonna see if we got all this stuff done, because this is the main thing that's gonna be playing. Other than the, yeah, we should open up that too. So in the items at the very bottom, there's gonna be this launch bolt ability. We'll open that guy up too. Bolt projectile. That's ours, so we could get that guy as well. Because this doesn't show anything, it's just really just getting the bolt projectile. And the bolt projectile, so we can close this. Plays hit effects when it hits something. Hit component is a static component. Simulate physics, it's spawning an item. Probably itself, so we could pick up our arrow again. Constructor is overwritten, just getting its parent. Item handles, just a bolt. Items bolt. So that is our items table. That's good, good. Hit effect. It doesn't set to projectile anywhere, so I think we add that projectile. We set it somewhere. So play animations, play shooting animations, shoot animation. These are easy survival. So yeah, we gotta change these animations here. We gotta change this bolt. So what we're gonna do, skeleton, modern bow. We're gonna search this. This should still be in our bottom tray here. So we found it. We're gonna go to bolts, meshes. We have two, so we're gonna open up both of them to see what they look like here. We're gonna turn our camera down low. Turn it to about 2. It's just a simple metal bolt, nice, but I don't think we'll use the metal right up the hot. There you go, your basic kind of wooden bolt. We'll definitely use that one. So cross bolt 1. Cross bolt 1. So if we go back here, that's our modern bolt. We do cross bolt 1. We hover over that. Yeah, it's the right location. Static mesh is nothing. This is the right one. Compile here. Settings. Aim and min. We want to change this to reload aim. Oh, reload NM. This is idle. That's aim. So this is reload idle. The bottom is still selected. Let's click this here. Idle not loaded, idle loaded, reload, and there's shooting. That's all there is. So both aim and unaimed will be the same, but the shooting will be the same for both. For the bow animation anyway. Oh, sorry guys. I guess I could close some of this map stuff here. I'll keep that up for myself. Yeah, this is taking up quite a bit of GPU and stuff, so I'll close you. This is what I wanted. I'm shooting. There we go. Update item. Construction. Multicast. Yeah. And if I click on these are already updated now. There we go. If I click on actually my skeletal mesh, we have our crossbow animation. So I think that is it. We'll save her. We can even just do a save all here. And So items, this is items. Drop. And then the other bowl is the static mesh. This is items. I'm gonna switch to items. I'm gonna switch back to my item. And back to my crossbow 2. That is better. Not too sure why it wasn't updating there, but it's all good. Crossbow is tiny. But that's fine. This is the light crossbow after all. Uh, 89.2, 90.2, 91. Oh, 91. There we go. There we go. Hate these random numbers. And we will test it out. There we go. Already over budget, but I knew I was going to be over budget when I started working with the oh. And that's why we have tests. So again, I believe we made this crossbow, right? So by making this crossbow, if we go to items here, by making this crossbow, if we click on here, it doesn't have any collision, so we can't see that it's there. So let's just double check that. 4 is fine for now. Let's switch it down to 2 more here. Show simple collision. There's nothing. Show complex collision, but we don't really want to use complex collision for just picking up this guy as an item, and that's by default why complex is not working. So we need a simple collision. And that's what it's going to use for just if you wanted to pick it up or something. For simple collision, we're going to add a simplified box collision. And we are going to go down 2 collisions. There is primitives. There we go. Boxes. So what we want to do, we want to... Yeah. There we go. X extends 20. Nope. 30. But we want to do maybe 25. 2. We'll see. It might have to be like 3. And we'll do 35 for this. Actually, that's quite good. Y extends 10. Ooh. Z extends 5. That's pretty good. You could see it from there and there. But Y actually 5. There we go. And then we're gonna add another box simplified. So we're gonna just this is our first box. This is our second box. We're gonna do 10 here. We're gonna do 20 or probably 10. Y extends 30. Z was 5, I believe. That's fine. And this is 0. And this was 0. We're also gonna off center it by like 15 actually. 20. 25. We kind of, yeah, you see what I'm doing here. I'm just covering this area of the bow. Let's kind of make it bigger on the Y. 35, I feel. We do want to kind of overshoot it. Let's do 20. 22. 22. But I do want to make it a little bit bigger. 15. I feel like that's good. Yeah. It's a simple collision goes. Wow, what was this one for Y? Is it 5? What about 2? 2? Three? 2.5? 3. 3. 2. 2.5. There we go. Okay, happy with that. So we got this box, that box. Oh. Actually, 8. 1. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that. It's probably way too much for simple collision, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna minimize this here. We're gonna take away simple collision, add simple collision, and so you can see that's what we're looking at now. And with that in play, we should be able to now interact with our crossbow. Yep, see? Now we got the modern crossbow pickup whenever we hit the button. Get a couple bolts in here. Didn't expect it to be So yeah, the socket. So we need the character in this case. So we are going to go to content, finding home, characters. Still got this guy here. Skeleton. So I guess this crossbow is definitely different. Remove all attachments. Preview asset. Mod during we'll take the skeleton mesh because I believe that's what he is using. This does seem pretty small, eh? No, some of them are real small. This is supposed to be scaled properly, so I don't trust this guy. But we do need him in a specific pose. We'll try a light. See what happens. Yeah, there is light crossbow. Aim, reload. That's it. Let's try aim, reload, and just kind of pause it right. And this way, we kind of set it up here. This is how he's holding it right here. So we want it kind of back. Down. He has such big hands. Compared to the other skins. Again, I could do like, not the female for sure, because people are going to complain. Whoa, the male. Again, we could adjust this later with an IK rig. Go like this here. That way we're kind of believe it or not, though, usually the shot is actually slightly to the right. Kind of like that. These big hands, this little gun. So, in the end, if we wanted to, because we could adjust the socket right in the usable here, you could also scale it too. So, if we went back here, I believe details, asset details. But yeah, in the end, if you wanted to scale it a little bit bigger because we felt it was too tiny, we could. But I believe the artist said it was to scale, so it's just a really tiny, small kind of pea shooter thing. All right, and we'll just have to adjust our hands and stuff later. But yeah, we could also adjust the socket. So if we wanted to, we could look at how we adjusted the socket, check the details, see that the rotation is 224 and minus 150, and then we could set the socket to 0 and just save this rotation, and then bring this rotation into here. That's the kind of stuff that we could do with like the weapons and stuff. Alright, remember with like swords and things? That's a good way of seeing how it looks. When I was doing the melee weapons, I was just doing trial and error. I'd run it, move it, adjust it. But you could actually just edit it with the socket preview. And then, there we go. Still pretty off. I think it is firing for sure, it's just really fast. Alright, there's one more thing I wanted to test here. I want to get this guy, get this guy here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to actually look into this probably now rather than later. Because why is it not hitting the targets? I think it's do my bullets not have collision? No. No. Okay, we'll check the crossbow first. Bolts, meshes. So we should be using this bolt here. It shoots so fast we can't really tell. Simple collision. It has simple collision. Complex collision. It has both. I like how he has the organization for everything. So at this point, we'll be just duplicating ours. This is just a regular bolt still because we didn't do the bolt. But I do want to... because I just switched out the... time. The projectile, but I don't believe the old projectile was hitting either. And so what I'm wondering, what sometimes happens is the projectile fires so fast that it actually... Individual bullet, eh? Yeah, so his doesn't hit my target either. So it's not a case of me screwing up, but it's a case of the way he did the ammo. Maybe you can't test target these guys. That shot just went really wide. Odd. I don't believe I changed anything really. And let's just see how we're gonna spawn at current position. Hit play. Yeah, my character person. So I'm just spawning devils, really. That's what it is. Probably get another set of weapons down there. Woo. Oh, I spawned there because I thought there was going to be some weapons. If not, I'm just going to drag the weapons down here. I was like, it is really quiet. And I realized, yeah, I lowered all the sound settings. I probably would have just moved my camera if I realized how long this is. Oh, I got myself. It's the next one. Alright, so crossbow. Let's just get this crossbow. Get some bolts. Get that crossbow as well. We get some of this grenade. We'll get some of this guy. And just in case, we'll get a pistol and some pistol bullets to confirm that it's just not our ranged weapons, that it's something. So first we want to make sure oh wow, I didn't mean to hit that many rocket grenade. Oh, I didn't get the bullet. That's what I didn't do. I wanted the bullet, not the launcher. There you go. There you go. I got some bullets there. Oh, my people isn't spawning. Darn. Oh. Let's see here. Okay. That hurt. Let's try. This guy. Okay. So, again, we know all those things work down there. So... Oh, we were in the right spot. Alright, alright. Now that we're here, we know we got a lot of weapon spawns. See, all my guys are supposed to be spawning here. But the problem is, I'm guessing, is with partition system, it for some reason isn't loading. Or they did load and then they fell through the ground. I'll have to figure that out because we don't want that happening to us later on. Alright, so we are going to double our bone and double our rocket launcher. Put these on the ground in front, actually. Make a little sense here. Double our grenade launcher ammo. And we will take another one of these feathers and double it. So, for this rocket launcher ammo, which definitely seems out of place, we will go into the item here, and we're going to change it to item. Ammo rocket launcher. We're going to switch this guy to items as well. Ooh, look at that. Looks like it's laying down on the ground here. Nice. Alright, and this is crossbow 2, so this is actually going to change. Give me 0. We're going to have to select our crossbow 2, so items. See, blank. Because we renamed ours. Because his thousands of zeros didn't make too much sense to me. I have to kind of position this guy. We got our almost feels like a toy crossbow. It's actually kind of put over here or something. There you go. And we'll stick this arrow with it. It's going to be items as well. But this should actually just update because I don't think we changed the naming convention for that. So D-U-S-I items. Yep. Here we go. And we gotta change that arrow. Because that is massive and that's not what we're using. Oh, you are way too high. 3 world space. Got me again. This arrow is huge. Alright, yeah, and we're gonna just spawn here. Alright, let's am I floating character? Yeah, I do. So it is definitely on spawn. It's on my player character where I'm getting these things. So, and I'm just going to confirm with the light one, I think. So it should be able to equip that guy, equip that guy, equip that guy, and we got some ammo for each. Yeah, still a spawn, eh? Interesting. So wow. Did it shoot that sideways? If I'm aiming straight. I might have to like rotate the arrow. Like it's shooting the arrow sideways, but it's definitely shooting. The physics is working and stuff. Just doesn't hit the dummies like I thought. Is there some sort of... There definitely is. There's a nav mash volume. That shouldn't affect anything. Oh. What is this? Light important mass. That shouldn't affect anything, should it? Just kind of curious. If I hit play here, clearly see everything. Nothing. Wonder why these guys aren't spotting. I gotta try to go backwards because it was going through like everything, I think. Nothing. Damage. It hits this surface area. But anything other than the surface. What about this? Yeah, it just clearly goes through it all. But it hits this here. Just that ground it hits. Overview map sand. Rock. It is static. That is also static. That is also static. Well, we could also just test if it's this. So we go to Windows 2, because this is his stuff. We go here. We can click this, and we could insert that there. It's gonna be weird that we have a sand wall, but that just means it's just the material. It's all that's changed. It's just the material. Kind of back up a bit so I don't just like kill myself. Nope, still right through. So it isn't the material. This has another setting on it. The other ones don't. World static. Damage. I think that's probably going to be it. Did I miss it though? Default. If I do custom, even without custom, I should have a. Even without custom, I should have a drop-down list. I'm surprised it just does that for default, but anyway. Must be a new change for Unreal Engine 5. Ooh. Oh, projectile. Wow. Wow. What? Why does this need to affect dynamic foliage? I don't know about this, but projectile, that makes sense. Let's just do projectile here. And we'll do a quick test while we're down here. If it works, then we could shoot back and we could test the projectile down there. But I think my arrows are still sideways for some odd reason. We can't really test the grenade launcher because the grenade launcher just explodes. So the bullet could be backwards and we wouldn't even know it because it just explodes. Alright. No. Every time I'm like, this is easy. We got it. We figured it out. So it wouldn't be dynamic foliage. I just didn't even click that because it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, my bolt just went right through that wall. Then, if I shoot the ground here. These are just both flat, basic, like wall or floor. If you look at it, all it is just like a basic static mesh. Actually, that could be something. Let's just double check. Show. No, again, yeah, it has collision. So it has collision. Look at that dynamic foliage over. There was no change here, right? No change there. Do advance down here, just in case. Still no change. Visible. Floor rock. I'll just move it up there. I'll just do that. Really want to figure this out. Ooh. Alright, let's get this going. And again, we'll think about picking one of these guys up here. Yeah, it's just sideways. We have to maybe spin the socket on that guy. So it is in the actual mesh. We will open both these meshes up and check them out, because in the meshes there's something that is different. Oop. Manage settings. So we can go down this like screen 2. Screen 2. Go down to like collision. Customize collision. But check this. Projectile's actually on ignore. Let's click this customize. There is wow. Why is that? Interesting. This is the first I ran into that. Let's see. Main thing are these guys here. We want to go to our target. And we want to... What happens if... It's already on custom collision. Why doesn't it have projectile block? I have really little faith once his rocket launcher doesn't work. Yeah. Hmm. Try this, but I don't think this is gonna work. Alright, we gotta figure this out. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm wasting away a lot of the stream on this stuff. Now, why would he have... Because it's not working with his... When we did the change with custom collision, it is the world static. Play hit effect. Static. It's working even on his. Event hit. Unauthorized. Check hit. Check hit. Set local. Hit actor, hit component, hit item. Play hit effect. Hit character, hit tree. Deal damage to actor. Blocking hit. If true, if hello, I'm gonna print string. Hello, print string. Goodbye. All right. Look how many tabs I have open. All right. Red deal with the crossbow, I think. Sorry about that, guys. Neither. Oh, you're blocking my way? Hmm. What? Because we are projectile base. I don't think we had changed the projectile base. Yeah. So our bolt is still projectile base. So it's definitely should be still firing. Should be at least doing what? Oh. There, we'll place her here. Oh. Need a little bit more for her. There you go. Let's see here. Sorry about this, guys. I just want to make sure everything's working. Let's see. Wow, it's not even hitting. So if I click on the target, generate hit events. Nanite. Collision primitives, double-sided. Block all. It should be generating hit events. Nothing. Just confirm with his. Still nothing. No hello. There's no words. Just trying to line it up so I hit more than one target. For sure. Oops. Wow, it just really fires off to the right there. No, it goes right where I want it to go. Was it because it was in the way? Either way, I should have hit like the 2 targets there. Customize, maybe? Save again. Stop play. Oh, if we did it during that, it might not have saved out yet. Save. Play. Oh, I'm gonna fall through the floor. Yeah. It's not spawning from player start. Alright. Right through still. I don't think there's any words. Nothing. So it isn't doing a hit event at all. Without a hit event, without any sort of collision happening at all between the projectile it has general overlap events. Object type is dynamic foliage. I think that's a mistake. Projectile. Like, I don't know why that's not even true. That's put on the bolt. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know why that wasn't true. Oh, the base projectile. Set it to true. Might have to go into each projectile. Wow. What? Those are taking AoE damage. But the ground does not have simulate physics, and neither does. So just like the other static mesh, we go into this static mesh. Doesn't have, it is a projectile. First, we're not blocking projectiles. See now. No. We'll just double check with the other weapons, just in case. This could be some insanity level stuff where, you know, trying the same thing, expecting different results, but just want to be thorough. No. Even though it's a projectile, this doesn't change anything. Is it somewhere else? Collision. No. Like, so we save this here. I just want to try, just for the sake. This is the close guy specifically. We're going to go to his target, and we're just going to do the swivels actually. And the swivels are going to generate hit events. And they do block projectile. Block projectile. And we're going to generate hit events. We're going to hit play. If I take these guys, if I take this guy, and we take these guys, we're going to equip. And we're going to equip. So I'd have to, but yet this far guy, still right through him. Let's see if I could try to hit below. 2. Ooh. Yeah, if you just miss it, it's going to... So you want to make sure we're not missing it. We need more bullets. Right to the center. So I have to like update every single individual mesh instead of just going into here and setting it somewhere. There's got to be somewhere we could change the collision. These are just the boxes that we'll see. So the convex is just each one of these little triangles. Double-sided geometry. Lock all. And again, if I go to use simple collision as complex, use custom collision. If the user modified collision in any way or has custom collision imported used for determining the auto generation collision on import. Again, it's not on block projectiles. If I do all dynamic, it's still in block projectile. I have to do custom. I'd want to set the basic, so the basic blocks projectile pretty much. I think the basic static mesh should go into the editor and change it so all static meshes block projectiles, because static meshes should block the projectile. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Still right through it. Because it shares the same item type and everything, it actually confuses it, and we don't change weapons. Interesting. All right. Well, not gonna go through every single one. But right now, we'll change it in the editor. So what we do is collisions. Collision. You get your presets here. So we have our chase channels and all that stuff. It's just set to ignore by default. But we would do like anything that's set to block all, like world static. We would edit. And because it blocks all, because it's world static, it's going to block projectiles. It's going to block spawn point. It's going to spot. You know what I mean? It's going to block whatever. If it blocks all, it should block most stuff. But I don't know what these ones are for, so I don't really want to mess it. Since it's block all now, like when you go back, you'd be able to set it. There's nothing though to really set to make sure that it's generating collision. So we're clicking on individual kind of meshes. I'll have to look to see in Google to see if there's a way to do that. So for now, we want to go to our socket for our arrow. We kind of want to check our arrow class too at some point, but this here, we'll close the target for now. We will close the base projectile for now. Close this target for now. But yeah, instead of doing custom and just having that projectile, now we would do block all, and that projectile is still done. And that way you'd have it. It's a preset for like all the same things. We could save. We could close. It doesn't even block projectile, eh? And this is the floor. This is the good floor that's actually exploding. So that projectile string doesn't even really matter. It's more the generate physics and the using the custom collision and stuff. It's so odd. I think it's just kind of like one of those fickle things. We'll keep him up. Close you. Close you. Close you. Close you. We're gonna save this guy. We're gonna SK So this is the bolt. We're at a set rotation 90 degrees. Whoa, is this not, this is Y, X, and Z? Oh, okay. Yeah, it should be 90 degrees. We hit play now. Should be able to get our cross bolt, and we should hopefully see the arrows sticking straight. Oh. What? Didn't change anything, eh? Bolt projectile. Oh, this is base, I guess? Yeah, this is where the wet and stuff is happening. And then in the check, false just goes to this node here. Head true just goes to here. Alright, close this again. Modern weapon. So it should be getting the socket transform. You want to go back to where those weapons were. So we had a nice wall that we could check out to these targets and stuff. Ooh, what's this guy here? Well, it is definitely still sideways. So this socket here did nothing. So on the item is usable, or sorry, we do launch bolt. Do we still have that up? Which is off of bolt projectile. Oh. Which is ability launch. That's what we're doing here. So socket, and like I said, I remember just taking the location, nothing to do with rotation, right? What, spawning the projectile, It is using local rotation, local projection, local scale. Rotation. Setting local rotation depends on hit trace. Was hit. So if we're shooting something, it should technically be hit. It should be true. And finding the look at rotation. Start location. So this is a BP library. Get focus. Camera manager from the player controller. So it's getting the where we're looking at. As the locations, the start location. Get traced hit location. So we just need to actually turn the actual physical bow itself. The bolt itself. So anyway, we could turn the actual item. Items, bolt. What is the weird bolt anyway? Let's see if we can so it is along the z-axis. See, this is red, this is green. It's along sort of the not the z, the y-axis. X is red, y is green. So let's go back to our items table here. Cross bolt 1, and we'll also double check that. And it, like normal things, is along the x-axis. It could be a simple fix compared to a complicated fix. Unfortunately, though, if I actually had to turn the, like, if we're going with the bows and the bows had the same problem, I'm not too sure how it'd go. Wow. Again, even the bolts are really small, eh? It's like a needle gun. The only thing is, they're backwards and they're hitting the wall before they actually hit the wall. Interesting. So just taking this and it's just firing it in the direction. Because if we go to the crossbow, it's just using the launch bolt. It's just using the projectile, which is from the launch ability. It's just getting the item. Weapon start socket name. Projectile scale. Can we scale the projectile? I feel like that's where it would be. Projectile scale is just preset. Where's C5 references? Just the one. Oh, it's big up there. But it should be just this one. Yeah. There's no set. What was ability settings, Sam? This doesn't have any abilities. There it is, ability scale. Socket name. So this is the launch ability, and this is his class, but this is my ability launch bolt. If I go to show simple collision, the collision is pretty, like pretty close, I think. Don't know why it's sticking so far from the wall, because it shows the point right there. The wall's collision was pretty big. No, it should have been like right against it. Show collision. Yeah. So it was hitting the wall and staying at a distance. But what I can do, because it already has projectile scale, is we can open, and we could go open the ability launch. So this is my bolt. We could pretty much copy this. We go to our bolt and we could do function override. And what is this function that we're overriding here? This is the spawn projectile. Override spawn projectile. We don't want to do that. We want to have this whole thing here. So instead of doing his spawn projectile, we would do this spawn projectile, and in this spawn projectile we would just add a rotation, brake rotation. We could get the socket rotation. To make things easier. These are all local, eh? So if we go back to our ability launch, yeah, these are all local variables. Create local variable. Create local variable. And create local variable. So now it's actually getting the socket from that start socket name. I'm just going to use that. And in our start socket, like crossbow, we will try 180. We'll save that and we'll see what happens. Actually, it might be a little bit messed up because we're getting the look, right? It's spawning. So maybe we could actually do like a plus add. Hmm. Yeah, maybe we just do some sort of add, because this is where the bolt's facing when you're moving the gun. But yeah, I'm gonna look into this, guys. Hopefully I'll get it all fixed up before it is Tuesday, before our next stream, and I'll get things set up. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I hope you guys liked what I showed you guys at the beginning of the stream, and I will see you guys next time.